Welcome to you all. What an amazing turnout, our 75th Edinburgh Cup and UK Grand Prix. So the scene is set. 42 boats, a record entry in over a decade, 13 nations, an absolute first, and what a record for the Edinburgh Cup. 7 past Edinburgh Cup winners competing and 1 past Edinburgh Cup winner in charge of us all, our race officer. We're here to celebrate the 75th Edinburgh Cup, and it is fitting this prestigious regatta is being held here in Cowes, where it began with the racing being run for us by the Royal Yacht Squadron. In its 75-year history, the Edinburgh Cup has been held in Cowes a total of 13 times, the first in 1949, making Cowes its #1 go-to destination. I wish you excellent racing, good winds, kind seas, fair competition and a terrifically fun regatta, both on and off the water. Welcome to you all.
Pretty good, pretty good. I mean, we didn't really come to this event with too much expectations, so to be in 9th at the moment and overall Corinthian leader, we're really, really happy. It's great race management today, great courses, really, really good down the water. So there's not many other places you can go and sail against 40 boats where everyone, you know, you do a 3-hour race and everyone finishes within 5 minutes of each other. It's pretty good. And the competition is really, really high. And, you know, that's why we keep coming back.
So I sailed in Drecky in 2017 at Cowes Week, which was my first ever time sailing a dragon. And then my dad ended up getting into the Edinburgh Cup and he bought a dragon. Everybody's so friendly here, like it's a really, really nice place to be. It's different from on the water to off the water. That's quite nice, so you just get to meet everybody and it's super duper friendly.
You know, I don't think it gets much better than that racing on the Solent. It was you know, a super day.
I mean, it's a very good fleet, very competitive, a lot of very good sailors, very experienced. I only started sailing Dragon 5 years ago, so I feel like a newcomer in this fleet. So we're super happy and a lot of credit to the crew.
Well, at the moment I'm the foredeck, so I've been enjoying kind of dancing around on the front of the boat, putting the spinnaker up. That was a lot of fun. In a dragon, you're part of a crew, so it's about the team much more. It's just a lot of fun, really. Yeah.
Yeah, my first Edinburgh Cup, and it's great that it's held here at the Squadron. Can't complain about the scenery, it's absolutely amazing, yeah. So I'm coming up to a year now sailing with Grant. It's been amazing, we've had a brilliant season. We did well at the Worlds, we got a second, well we've had seconds most of the season. It's amazing to be here in the Solent, obviously we're quite used to the waters, done a lot of sailing here. But as a team, yeah, spirits are super high, but yeah, great first day to start us off strong and looking forward to the racing that's yet to come, yeah.
Sailing with the Yanmar racing team from Japan, and yeah, I mean the great thing about the Dragon is a couple of things. Firstly, that it's such a difficult boat to set up and go well in that, you know, you think you've nailed it and then the next day you come out and there's 10 boats going faster than you. So it's a really tweaky boat, and I think that's one thing that's very sort of enjoyable when you get it right, and that's a really popular aspect of the class. And the other thing is that because of that, the fleet is so strong. It's one of the strongest one design fleets you can sail in, and I think that, you know, in itself attracts more people to the class, and it's a really strong part of the class, I think, those two aspects. We didn't have to get it perfect, but not going the complete wrong way was critical, and keeping a close eye on the local teams was the other thing. You know, there's a lot of really good sailors from the Solent here this week, and you know, just making sure that we've got a few of them around us gives us a bit more confidence that we're at least going what we think is the right way.
The setup is all about having the boat balanced. As the great Vince Brunn taught us when we were kids, when the puff hits the boat, if the boat doesn't accelerate, you need to change something. Apply simple principles. You know, it's nice to sail a boat with an overlapping jib. All the modern boats have non-overlappers, so the tacking in terms of a technical discipline is rewarded. The boats are a little underpowered. They go through then their sweet spot, probably 12 to 14 knots, and then suddenly they're overpowered. So the ability to change the rig and your sail setup to maintain enough power and then be depowering at the right rate is critical. And then I would say the thing for the helmsman is minimal movement on the helm. You know, it's a rudder on the back of a long keel. Set the boat up, try and use the helm as little as possible, and be as sympathetic with your steering as you can be. Going one way or the other is relatively easy. I think the biggest time that you need to make bold decisions is when it's transitional.
It's anti-cyclical currents. Is very difficult, but okay, you have this available maps.
Looking a lot through the tide book every day and learning lots.
Interesting tidal situations.
Oh man, yeah, the tidal thing here is challenging.
It's quite complex here and adds a whole dimension, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, the boat's going good. We're quite strong downwind. We seem to make nice little gains downwind, and then once we get on the breeze, Sam calls out what the strategy is, and we've just got to stick to it because that's very difficult out there.
But we had this boat in Qashqai Worlds for 2017, and so we kind of know the boat reasonably well. And obviously a good crew, and you know, Gonzalo and Rory on the boat, they're sailing Dragons all the time. So I think the thing with the Dragon is they pretty much go the same speed, so it's more about not making mistakes. You know, downwind we were quite good. And also when you get away a little bit, you know, the guys behind start fighting, and there's a very good circuit, you know, in the Dragon. You can sail them pretty much every week if you wanted, if you're prepared to travel. There's great venues. When you get to my age, you know, you don't want to be sailing a trapeze boat.
The title was between ourselves and Peter Gilmore, so unsurprisingly we started pretty close to each other, but we managed to get the better of the starts. But then it was pretty tricky. All boats went left to get out the tide, and we were a little bit of short tacking up the shore. We managed to wiggle our way through that quite nicely and pick the port lay line to the top mark well, and led from that point on. But Gilly and his team on Wired, they came into us on both the runs. They were managed to sort of set up on our wind a little bit and reel us in. So in the end, it was really close, and I think there was maybe only 2 to 3 boat lengths in it at the finish line after a 2-hour race. So yeah, pretty exciting, tough race, but glad to come out on top.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very, very warm welcome to you. When I hearkened back earlier the week and welcomed you to the opening reception here of the 75th anniversary of the Edinburgh Cup, I'm sure no one expected the diversity of weather conditions that this Solent provided. Extraordinary and wonderful is that the race committee still managed to fit in 5 races over 3 days, and ensuring a series that did have the much desired discard. So well done, RO.
Rear Commodore, Commodores, flag officers, guests, and my fellow Dragon sailors. Good evening. Welcome to the Gala Prize Giving Dinner of the 75th Edinburgh Cup UK Grand Prix 2023. Generously sponsored tonight by the Royal Yacht Britannia Trust and kick-started with Hendrick's Neptunia cocktails, which may be my downfall. Thank you to our sponsors. So the 75th Edinburgh Cup UK Grand Prix, 41 boats, 12 nations, 140 sailors, 3 incredible days racing and partying. I would just say that at the outset of the organisation, we had to put in a request to Buckingham Palace to ask for additional races from the standard 6 to 8. And it was His Majesty King Charles personally who responded to give us permission for 8 races and to wish us all best luck for this regatta. All succinctly summed up by Andy Beesworth when he said, "I love the camaraderie, sportsmanship, and above all the excellent level of competition from many already accomplished sailors from around the globe. The best one design racing in the world." Yeah.